if he doesn't utilize this portal and really kind of step up into the new ways, I think his era is just about to end. This is the topic of the week right here. This is a brutal one. It's seeming right now like this is nothing new. This is not just this year because they have 4 losses. This is kind of accumulated over the last 2 years, going back to 2021. But I think as of right now, Dabo Swinney's run at Clemson is coming to an end. We know this year, we know from last year and going into this year that they had major problems and depth at wide receiver and O-line. This guy refuses to use the transfer portal to fill these holes, and that's the reason that they're 4-4 right now. I feel like if he would have gotten a solid wide receiver, Keon Coleman, for example, and maybe an O-lineman or two, they probably have 1 or 2 losses right now.
Yep.
And just those few players at those positions alone really do mean that to me, because Clemson's defense is still good. Still a good defense. He hired in the best offensive coordinator that he possibly could have. And has already stated that he's running Clemson's offense. That is not good. Clemson's offense is not good. I want to see Garrett Riley's offense. That's what you hire him for, right? So, especially with all the talent he's got there. So, those two things are blatant just disregard for advancing the program and getting up with the times. Those are two blatant disregards for, just with that being said. But also, Dante, did you hear the phone call that he had the other day in the interview?
I saw it this morning.
Yes. So, and it's not even that one. I'll get to that one next, but it's been all week in the media. He's disrespecting media members, saying that they can take it up with him.
Do you think it was disrespect, though?
Well,
I didn't really have a problem.
I'm not talking about the phone call. I'm just talking about the media in general. So the media.
Oh,
in general,
He's been on some.
He's been kind of a d-bag to the media in general, talking down to him, saying you can apply for the job. If you don't appreciate me, maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't be here. He did this last week. He said,
I was gonna make a joke.
How about I get rid of the bandwagon fans and I just lose next week? And guess what? He lost next week. Now he didn't try to lose, but he lost next week, which makes him look like more of an idiot. So. That too, and as far as the phone call goes, if anybody hasn't heard it, you have to go look it up. But pretty much a fan called into the program and said, "Hey, why are you making $11.5 million a year, second highest paid coach in the country, and we're sitting here at 4-4?" And then he mentions, I think, the transfer portal too. And the kid was kind of coming at him a little bit, so he knew what he was going to get. And Dabo kind of went after him. Now, as far as how he treats the media, I think it's a bad thing. But as far as how he handled the phone call, I think he handled it good at first, and then he got just out of hand. I think he pays attention to what the media is saying, and it's starting to really get to him, and he's starting to feel the pressure. And that's why he kind of lashed out on the kid on the phone. He told the kid the same thing. You can apply for the job. You shouldn't be a fan of this team then. Like, just pretty demeaning stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just all signs point to, as of right now, if he does not get his team under wraps, he's losing the locker room right now doing this stuff, by the way. But in my opinion, losing the fan base in the locker room. But if he doesn't utilize this portal and really kind of step up into the new ways, I think his era is just about to end. I don't know if he'll get fired next year because it's not going to be this year. But he's kind of losing his mojo here at this school.
Yeah. I did pull up a graphic of kind of like the recent history of Dabo Swinney. He has had two plus loss seasons every season since 2020. Before that, 1-0. He'd been to 4 out of the 5 years previous to this. He was in a national championship, either winning or losing. He won 2 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Was still in the college football playoff, like right in between there. I think it was like the first 2, he went 1-1, lost 1, went to the college football playoff, didn't make it to the championship. Then the next 2 made it to the championship, 1-1, lost 1.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy. And I think he won one with Deshaun Watson and he won one with Trevor Lawrence his freshman year. Mm-hmm. He has also 1-2 in bowl games since 2020. So very, very interesting. I just had to bring that up. Look, man, Dabo Swinney's been kicking everybody's butt in the ACC for a very, very long time, and that reign is coming to an end. And you kind of have to think about it like this too. Like with all the great coaches that he's had there, Brent Venables being one of them. You know what I'm saying? How much of an impact do you think that that's making on its own? And are people just around him getting better? I mean, look at Louisville and what they're doing. Look at the recent reign of UNC, and I know Drake May, that's another topic that we'll have to talk about another day. And then Kenny Pickett's rise with, Evan Jordan Addison as a Biletnikoff winner and them winning against Wake Forest in the ACC championship. It's not like the usual teams. It's not the Virginia Techs of the world and the Georgia Techs that we've used to come and, think that we're powerhouses. Florida State hasn't been a powerhouse in a long time up until now. Like, I don't want to say the ACC has been very weak because they won two national championships though. So can't say that they weren't prepared for the moment because they were. Mm-hmm. But I just got to look at the powers to be. Have they been one of the weakest conferences, and they've just had an easy run, but they've showed up in the moment that matters? I mean, is it that?
It has to be, right? It has to be. But and then the other thing I'll say about how you talked about Brent Venables, and he had Tony Elliott too, that took him to a national championship. But this is the thing. They both got head coaching jobs. Tony Elliott at Virginia and Brent Venables
Garrett Riley might get one too.
And Garrett Riley might get one too. This is the thing though. This is just called attrition. Just like we talk about the transfer portal. This is just attrition, man. You got to adapt. Like Nick Saban goes through attrition almost every other year. And so is Kirby Smart. Dan Lanning left, and look what he did. Brought in Will Muschamp. Bada bing, bada boom. This is normal stuff here.
Yeah, it is. It's normal stuff, but my thing is you've done what you've done at Clemson, and this is the same thing for Florida State too, right? I want to see. If you think about Clemson and Florida State, they're going to win the recruiting powerhouse of the ACC every single time. I don't think that's without question. They're the two best teams. Miami hasn't done anything. I guess you can throw them in there. They're going to get their recruits. They just had really bad coaching over the last couple of years. Mario Cristobal, we thought he was about to turn the corner this year, and right when we thought that, he's just been up and down too. I mean, they're still okay. And UNC, Mac Brown is Mac Brown. He's gonna do Mac Brown things. Have a good team. They had that Omarion kid down there, running back that's not getting any love, but Drake May is. It's absolutely crazy. How many good running backs has Mac Brown had and UNC that never get talked about? Javonte Williams, Michael Carter, Omarion Hampton now. Jesus, man. And the list just goes on. He's had he's had really good running backs. But I would love to see Dabo Swinney take a team from like the SEC or the Big Ten and see what he does. Because I don't know if you heard the rumors about Urban Meyer. Have you heard the rumors?
Mm-hmm.
About that he got offered from Michigan State?
Yep.
That would be the perfect place for Dabo Swinney to go and see if he can change them around.
Mm-hmm. But why would
just to try it out. Add on to your legacy. See if you could turn around another team. Clemson was doo-doo berries for a long time.
Well, if he gets fired, he might get that shot.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get fired though. I think he's got to have like 3 consistent years of being Dookie before they even consider it.
Yeah, he's built up too much back end respect and back end. What's the word? You know what I'm trying to say.
Seniority.
Seniority, yeah.
Yeah. He's got Clemson wrapped around his finger for sure.
But it's slipping. It's slipping.
Yeah. What? I mean,
it's kind of funny. It's just that it's slipping a little bit, but
yeah.